Well, hey, welcome to the tutorial, guys. We're going to be making this chicken, this funny little guy, this chicken cake. So as you can see, I'm using this structure. It's a simple vertical dowel straight up from the center, and then I've got a board at the base that I've cut into a sort of pear shape. This is where the body of the chicken is going to go. So I use threaded rods and NBF boards covered in tin foil. That's the safe method I use for building structures. So I'm just putting one circle layer to the size I want the base of my chicken, and then a few going up at the front which are smaller, and these are going to be the neck effect. And then again, I've used the back end of a sphere cake for the bottom. But really you just pile the cake however you've got it and wherever you want it to get this sort of shape that you need for the chicken, and then you're going to carve all around, carving down towards the board, making it fatter. About halfway up you want it the fattest, the furthest out, carving down at the top and at the bottom, and then carving up towards that neck shape. Don't worry about going too high with the neck shape because we're going to add some sugar paste to make that higher. So then I'm going to cover the whole thing with chocolate ganache. Once I've covered the whole thing with sugar paste, I'm going to go in and start adding my details. So I've got reference pictures of a chicken, and I'm going to start to add some feather details using my Dresden tool. So ridging in where the wing would be on this side, and then I'm using this nail brush to drag along the sugar paste, and this creates this thin hair effect. And then I'm going to go in and add some more deeper effects with my Dresden tool. Now, like I said, I'm adding some sugar paste to the top of the neck area. This is going to create a bit of an extension onto the neck and then the head. So just have a play around, smoothing this into the body, adding your little fur details, and then rounding off where that head's going to be. Then using my Dresden tool, I'm just going to create this eye area, little hole for where the eye is going to go, and start to drag the hair in line away from the front to where the beak is going to be. To create the beak, I'm just using a small bit of sugar paste, rolling that into a cone, and then sort of pulling it down towards the front to create that beak effect. Then using my Dresden tool, I'm going to create the line towards the base, which is going to separate the top and the bottom of the beak, creating that beak illusion. Once I'm happy with that, I'm using some red sugar paste just underneath the beak here, under the head, to replicate my reference image, and then I'm going to do the same on the very top as well and start to detail that using my Dresden tool, the same again as my reference image. I'm not 100% sure what these are called on a chicken, but like I said, I'm going off my reference. Now, using some Spectrum Flow water-based black and some water to dilute it slightly, I'm going to add this sort of darker shade of detailing going down the back of the chicken's neck. Like I say, your chicken might be different depending on the reference image you use, but this was like the one I was using. Then I'm using some diluted strawberry red water-based colour from Spectrum Flow just to add this detail in and around the base of the head and around the eye. Back to my water-based black for some darker details around the eyes and around the beak, and then I'm just going to paint the eyeball in with water-based yellow later on. So for the feet, I'm covering that bottom bit of the dowel with some sugar paste as thin as possible. This is going to cover the dowel and then create another leg to the left of it that can hover, so it will look like it's standing on one leg. And that's it, guys. How cool is that? A realistic chicken cake, gravity defying. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. I'll see you on the next one.